Graham, the Lib spill, it's been a few months, another spill, this time in Melbourne, and Matthew Guy returns to the job. He's got a challenge ahead of him. Whatever you say about Daniel Andrews, he is a very competent politician and communicator.
Yeah. Look, I wish Matthew Guy best of luck. A mate of mine came back second time round, called Howard, and he became second longest Prime Minister in this country. He and the people around him, some of those pot plants with lips around him, have got to learn this. They have to give the undecided voters and the swinging voters in Victoria a reason not to vote Labor. And then the second one is, we should vote Liberal. And just sitting there being statesmen and all, so they've got to get in and have a go and give reason to people, give people a reason not to vote Labor. And that takes a bit of guts, a bit of creativity, a lot of hard work. And it's the job of the opposition. But it shouldn't be just left all the time to the leader, as they seem to do down there.
Bruce Hawker, it is going to be a challenge. It's a bit over 12 months, though. November next year is when Daniel Andrews is up for re-election. And I tell you what, he's a potent politician.
He is. He's battle-hardened. He's gone through the toughest period that any Premier in my memory has gone through and has come out the other side looking pretty solid. So it's going to be a good operation by the opposition to be able to knock him off next time. That having been said, is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. As Graham said, Howard did it. Kennett did it in Victoria, who was an unsuccessful opposition leader, dropped, came back, was very successful as Premier. Barnett did it in WA. I think even Ted Baillieu did it in Victoria as well. So there is a bit of a history of this. It's a question of whether he's learnt his lessons from when he was the opposition leader last time around. And I would say that it is a very challenging time for oppositions to get public sympathy. Because if you go in too hard at times like this, then there's a tendency on the part of the public to say, well, hang on, the only thing between us and chaos is this Premier, and I think we should be very careful about going too hard on him. So as Graham says, you have to be very creative, but at the end of the day, you have to find fault with them. They have to be exposed for the fault, and then you have to actually exploit that to your success. In the election campaign. No mean feat for any state opposition leader to do that at the moment.
Bruce, Graham, gentlemen, thank you as always.
Yeah, mate.